Welcome back to another episode of Quick Picks with the Geek. I am your host, Bro Power the Geek. All right, next up, we've got a bantamweight showdown, Xiaolong versus Quang Lei. This one's as close as it gets on paper, but someone's leaving with their hand raised, and someone else is leaving with an ice pack. Let's dig in. Xiaolong first up, we've got Xiaolong rocking a record of 26-8 and coming in at -110, a straight-up pick'em fight. Xiaolong has been a mixed bag lately, and not the fun kind of mixed bag with Skittles and M&Ms, more like trail mix with too many raisins. Sure, he's got the tools, sharp striking, serious knockout power, and a wealth of experience from fights all over the globe. But in his last outing, he looked hesitant, like he left the stove on at home. When Xiao is on, he's a problem. The guy has 14 knockouts for a reason. He can light you up if you give him an inch. He's aggressive when he feels comfortable, and his ability to land in exchanges is impressive. But when he's not feeling it, he's the kind of guy who looks like he's trying to win a points fight with shadow boxing. And let's talk about defense, because Xiao might need to. His ability to absorb shots is solid, but his head movement is, well, optional at times. He's one of those fighters who seems to think, why dodge a punch when I can just eat it and keep walking forward? It's a bold strategy, but against someone like Quang Lei, it might not be the best one. Quang Lei now. Let's look at Quang Lei, who also comes in at -110 with a record of 8-1. If Xiao is the aggressive wild card, Quang is the methodical technician. He's like the guy at the poker table who never gets too high or too low. He just waits for the right moment to clean you out. His movement and counter-striking are what set him apart, and if you give him an opening, he'll make you pay like you forgot to tip your bartender. Quang's power isn't quite on Xiao's level, but he doesn't need it. His ability to control range and pace the fight is his bread and butter. And don't sleep on his cardio. This guy can go the full 15 minutes without looking like he's auditioning for a Gatorade commercial. The big question is whether Quang can deal with Xiao's power and pressure. If he can frustrate Xiao early and force him to swing at air, this fight could tilt heavily in his favor. But if he lets Xiao get comfortable, he might find himself in a phone booth brawl, and that's not where Quang shines. So who wins? This is one of those fights where it feels like the first 2 minutes will tell the story. If Xiao comes out aggressive and confident, he has the tools to take over. But if Quang can weather the early storm and force a more technical fight, it's his game to lose. Official pick, Quang Lei. I'm rolling with Quang Lei here, but it's a razor-thin call. I think his ability to stay composed under pressure and pick his shots will edge him the win in a close fight. I'm calling it Quang Lei by decision, but don't be shocked if Xiao lands something big and changes the narrative. Now let's just hope these two decide to actually fight, and not spend the first round doing interpretive dance around the octagon. We've got enough slow burns on these cards already. Bring the heat, fellas. If you enjoyed this, go ahead and smash that like button. If you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss a beat when the next video drops. And don't be shy. Leave a comment below and let me know who you got winning this fight. Let's see who really has the crystal ball around here. Until next time.